Okay, we need to talk a little bit about lists in QuickBooks. Earlier we did go over one list, which was your chart of accounts list. That is labeled as a list. Another list that we need to look at is your customer list. So if we click on the Customer Center button here, we will see a list of all of our customers. Now at this time we do not have any customers entered. If we want to add a customer, we can click on New Customer and Job button and then click on New Customer. Here is where you can add all of the customer's information. You can add the name, if they have an opening balance with you, which would be an accounts receivable balance, their address, their contact info. You can add additional info like what kind of customer they are, what kind of terms you offer them, if they are a taxable customer or not. You can add how they pay you, what their credit limit is. Okay, so we are going to enter a new customer. Now, as you can see, I've entered in all the customer's info, and down at the bottom there is a bill to under addresses and also a ship to. We are in the bill to, and if we want to put the actual address here, we would press the enter key and type in their address. Now if we wanted to copy that over to the ship to, we would do that, and this would be for if we want to ship products to an on-account customer. And so that is how you enter a new customer into your customers list. We click OK, and notice we have a new customer named Sammy Jameson. Okay, we're going to quickly look at a couple of more lists. They basically work the same way as the customer list. If we click on the vendor center, we can enter, or we would view our vendor list. Now, if we want to add a new vendor, we click on New Vendor, and then we can enter all of the vendor's information, same as we did the customer's information, the vendor's name, address, etc. Okay, so I've entered in all the information for my vendor, and then I would click OK, and notice you now have a new vendor listed here. Okay, one more important list to look at is the Employee Center, or the Employee list. If we click on the Employee Center button here, it will show us a list of all of our employees if we have employees. And if you needed to add a new employee, you would click the New Employee button up here. And then you would enter in all of their information. Notice their information is a little bit different than customers and vendors because you need to keep track of their social security number, maybe their gender, their date of birth, and you'd probably need to keep track of their address and maybe some additional information. You also can click the Change Tabs drop-down list, choose Employment Info, and keep track of some important employment information like when they were hired and what type of employment they are, etc. I'm not going to enter an employee at this time, so I'm going to click Cancel. Now, one more thing about all of your lists is that sometimes you need to view your lists in a report format. So we are going to click on Reports on the menu bar, go to List, and notice that you have many different lists to choose from. And if you wanted a list of all of your customers, you would probably click the Customer Contact List, your employees, or your vendors. Let's click on the Customer Contact List and notice that we only have one customer, and that's the customer we entered there, Sammy Jameson.